All right, guys, testing, testing. One, two, three. We are officially live. Let's make sure our audio is working here. All right, guys, testing, testing. One, two, three. Perfect. Let's make sure our audio is working here. Let's test it, test it. Alrighty, guys, bear with me. We are getting this live stream shared and getting this feed out to as many people as possible right now. We are currently witnessing, unfortunately, a ongoing tornado outbreak that is going to be a very long night. Um, and unfortunately, a lot of people are gonna. Oh man, it's not a good situation. We're gonna start analyzing these storms one by one here in a minute. There is one specific one down here. That is moving directly into the Port Arthur area. It has been observed. It is considerable. This is considered a PDS tornado warning. This is a very particularly dangerous situation. It's pretty much riding just south of the I-10 area. Let's see here. Yeah, this is I mean, this is just unfortunately this is just one of multiple strong, long track, violent tornadoes that we're going to see tonight. And I mean, right now, there is most likely pretty much a tornado on the ground just east of 124, just to the east of Seabreeze. And this is going to be moving in. This is moving directly towards Port Arthur right now. Um, all we can hope for with this one is that it goes just south of the main area, because this is, like I said, this is not good. Not good at all. There's already been multiple tornado reports today, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy just to think like we're in December and we're dealing with a full-on tornado outbreak right now. And I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, the conditions are going to continue to deteriorate as the night moves on. There's really nothing stopping any of these storms becoming long track violent tornadoes. There's nothing stopping them. I mean, every single one of these cells you see down here forming has the capability of producing a very long track violent tornado, and unfortunately a lot of them are going to produce long track violent tornadoes, and unfortunately there is probably going to be some that don't get warned in enough time. There's already been a couple that were touched down as of earlier today, and they didn't even have a tornado warning on them. And that's, it's unfortunate. It's just, there's a lot. There's going to be a lot going on over the next couple of hours. This is going to be a long night. All this convection is going to continue to progress in the overnight hours. So this is not only going to be an already dangerous situation, but I mean, mix the Piney Woods area into it with, darkness in the middle of the night. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster, and it's just, I can't say it enough that, and this is not to scare anybody, but this is a very dangerous situation, and can't sugarcoat it. Let's see. Like I said, everything right now is mainly going down in the Louisiana area. So trust me when I say this. If you're in Mississippi and not much is happening yet, it's just now beginning. It's just now beginning. I know a lot of people, especially in the Rolling Fork area, Rolling Fork, Mississippi, a couple years ago witnessed that that tornado that crossed from the Mississippi River and went straight into Rolling Fork. So I know people in Rolling Fork are definitely on edge tonight. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Here's Rolling Fork right here. Rolling Fork. This is the area. This is the one where we chased that tornado a couple of years ago. Um, Definitely a bad situation. Not good. Not good at all. I mean, and it's crazy. It's almost like deja vu, unfortunately. I mean, we've got multiple supercell storms down here moving up to the Rolling Fork area. All of this convection is going to be moving into Yazoo City, um, Jackson. I mean, look at this, Jackson, Mississippi. I mean, yeah, like I mean, it's far away, but it's, I mean, PDS, considerable tornado warning moving up to the downtown Jackson area. I mean, like I said, still ways away. It's gonna be about 60 miles southwest of Jackson, Mississippi here. Um, but yeah, we're gonna start dissecting these storms and seeing if we can get on some of the storms before they actually become tornado warned. Let's take a look at this one. A lot of chasers are on this cell right here, which honestly doesn't look too impressive just on reflectivity. But I guarantee you, if we go to velocity here, yeah, there's definitely an ongoing tornado. If not currently ongoing right now, there was, and it's most likely going to be rain wrapped. Let's see here. Like I said, if you are in Louisiana tonight, Mississippi, y'all need to be taking this serious. This is a very serious situation, unfortunately. I know a lot of people down here weren't raised in necessarily the Tornado Alley area, so down here is a little bit different. The Dixie Alley area is like a secondary um, tornado prone area, and down here it's definitely a little bit different. It's definitely harder to chase down here as well. The chase train is just awful, just absolutely awful. Sorry, I'm trying to find a where to correlate. Okay, here we is it high res correlation coefficient. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Looks like there might. It's really hard to tell, but it does indeed look like there is an ongoing tornado warning at this moment. You can see possibly a little bit of a debris signature right here, CCC drop, indicating that there is a tornado on the ground doing damage right now. And this is going to be moving up towards the Quantin, Louisiana area. Hopefully I said that right. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. High res. Yeah, this is another one I'm going to be watching as well. This little cell in Louisiana. This is just to the east of Liberty, Louisiana. It's got a special weather statement on it. Impact if a funnel cloud briefly touches down. Minor outdoor, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hazards, funnel cloud and winds. Okay, so apparently there's been reports of a possible funnel cloud down there. All right, let's focus our attention back to this one in Port Arthur because unfortunately you're not going to see this thing coming. It's going to be absolutely drenched in rain and hell as well. And it looks like it's most likely still on the ground as of right now. Let's see if we have a CCC drop. Um, yeah, so it does seem as if there is still a tornado on the ground moving towards West Port Arthur right now. This little area you can see right here, that is indication that there was and still is a tornado on the ground. What this shows us is potential debris being lofted up in the air. So anything from trees to cars to leaves, anything like that. And the darker the bigger this area is of this little tiny blue. I know you're probably looking at this and you're like, well, there's blue everywhere. But anytime you have a specific ball like this that's like moving, like with the actual center of rotation, which we can also indicate on our velocity as well. Let's go to high res right here. So exactly where that correlation drop was is where the rotation currently is going on right now, and that gives us pretty much 100, not 100, but a 99%, confidence that there is a tornado ongoing on the ground right now. Like I can tell you with confidence, and regardless, even if we're not 100% confidence and no one has seen it and it's still radar indicated, which obviously this tornado is no longer radar indicated. There is a tornado on the ground. It's been on the ground for quite some time. Um, but this is going to be moving. Yeah, this is going to be moving just south. It looks like just south of Port Arthur, the main downtown area. Hopefully it stays on this trend and it shoots the gap between Sabine Pass and Port Arthur, because I know the population down here is a little bit less. I mean, there's not too much. There's honestly not too much down here actually. You've got 87, you've got 82 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive down here, and this is where it's going to be crossing, and it's going to be moving into Sabine Lake. So most likely, if this thing is still on the ground by that time, it'll move in Sabine Lake, probably become a fish NATO temporarily, and then from there, I mean, there's not much else out here. Like I said, there's a lot of marsh out here. Like I said, if it stayed on the ground that long, eventually it will start drifting off more north. I mean, you've got Lake Charles over here, Iowa. I mean, all these major cities along I-10. So, but it's gonna be a long night. It's definitely gonna be a long night tonight. Yeah, it's still on the ground. Yeah, yeah. This is most likely gonna be absolutely rain wrapped. You can kind of see right here just a little bit that hook right there. Terrible drawing, but that's where the tornado is gonna be, right around in this area. Yeah, because if you're on I-10 right now, or 73, I should say 73, you're probably witnessing very strong winds, hell, big time RFD as those winds are getting surged, sucked into the core of that tornado. And like I said, I mean it's a pretty big tornado. I mean this thing is at least probably a quarter mile wide, if not half a mile wide. Off to the north, we do got some other storms. We've got a special weather statement moving into the Liberty area where we were chasing actually the other day. And just to the north there, I think it was Dayton. They witnessed a tornado, had a tornado up there as well. So this is gonna be warned for gusty winds, could knock down trees and limbs, unsecured objects, minor hail damaging. Okay, so just your classic run of the mill type severe weather statement storm. And yeah, this is gonna be moving directly into Dayton and Liberty. I don't think we're having any rotation on it. We can check. Yeah, no rotation at all in any of these storms. Let's go ahead and we'll come back to our Port Arthur storm in just a minute here. Let's go and check up here in Louisiana. We've got a tornado warning that is currently just moved across the border. It looks like out ahead of it, there's not much until you get to about 165 near Woodworth, Louisiana. This is going to be moving in that general direction. Yeah, it looks like just south of Alexandria, around the Woodworth area. And this is an observed tornado. It has been observed. Don't think it's PDS. Let's see if we can get some high res on here. All right, there we go. Yeah, I don't see any defined rotation as of right now in this tornado warning. I'm gonna guess if there is a tornado still on the ground or the one that was is gonna be right in this area, right here. So just south of North Fort Polk, just south of there. That is where the possible tornado is. Um, let's see if we have a CCG drop here. I don't think we do. Yeah, so no CC drop, not indicating any debris being lofted in the air. So, like I said, if you're in the path of this still, definitely take shelter. Um, definitely still a dangerous situation here. We've got some other cells down here starting to fire up. We've got one, another special weather statement down here as well. I mean, look at all these. I mean, all these look like they want to produce. This one down here looks like it might produce. This one down here. I mean, there's just so many. It's hard to keep track of all of them. This is just, it's insane. It's mind-boggling, especially for this time of the year. Um, yeah, this one just north of Paul Lock. Yeah, no defined rotation on this one yet. This one's south at Jenna. Yeah, I don't see any defined rotation too much on any of these just yet, which is a good thing. We do have our ongoing tornado warning. Let's see if we can switch radar. This data is okay. Well, that radar coverage is not going to be too good, but let's see. What about the Jackson? A little bit better. Yeah, this one is going pretty much just north of Winsboro now. This ongoing tornado warning, which has been observed. It's really hard to tell where the defined rotation is. It's going to be somewhere right around in this area, pretty much directly going over downtown Winsboro. It's just like we're so far away from the radar. There's a lot of radar gaps out here, so it's really hard to tell. This is going to be another observed considerable tornado warning down here. I believe this is in, yep, Mississippi here. And this is going to be heading in the general direction of long term. If this thing stays on the ground, the next major city is going to be Hazelhurst. I believe Hazelhurst. That's how you pronounce it. Let's see. Do we have a better radar view of this? Let's go to let's see the back end. Let's try this one to the south here. There we go. No, that did not help. That did not help at all. Yeah, if there is, which I do believe, there's currently a tornado on the ground. If there's one on the ground, it's honestly probably crossing 84 right now. It's probably crossing 84 right now. That's probably what this debris signature is most likely. If this is indeed still on the ground. Looks like it's going to be crossing directly over 84, just to the east of McCall Creek. All right, and it did get extended. It did get extended. So Hazelhurst, yeah. Wesson, y'all are going to be in this tornado warning as well. Still observed, still considerable. So definitely take shelter if you're in these areas. There's just so much convection popping up. It's hard to keep track of all this. Wow. Yeah, back to our one in Port Arthur right now. This one is definitely probably our strongest tornado that we're covering right now. Oh man. Yeah, unfortunately, this one is still on the ground. Yeah, this one is still on the ground. This is going to be moving east towards West Port Arthur, hopefully just south of the city. Oh, man. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Yeah, that's I mean, there's no doubt about it, guys. It's a big tornado. I mean, this thing's absolutely massive. Hmm. Like I said, hopefully this thing stays just to the south of West Port Arthur and downtown Port Arthur. Because once you start getting up here, you've got, I mean, lots of houses, businesses, things like that. Griffin Park. Got a lot of factories over here, I believe, too. But like I said, there's not much down here. Like I said, the tornado is currently right about here doing damage, and it is currently moving this way. So hopefully it doesn't decide to make a sporadic tour north because that's going to be worst case scenario. I'm not seeing that right now. As of right now, it does look like it's going to just go just south of the city. So, but I'll continue to keep you up to date on that. And it looks like the tornado warning has been expanded. Yeah, so Port Arthur, and all the way up to almost Bridge City. Bridge City are not quite in that tornado warning, just south of y'all. But Port Arthur is in that tornado warning now. We'll wait for a new res. Oh man, yeah, this is not good, guys. Give me 1 second. We're gonna end. I'm gonna make a tweet out here real quick. Stand by for me. 'Cause this is not good. Not good at all. Oh man. Oh yeah. If y'all are just now tuning in, we are covering a live on the ground right now. Very dangerous situation moving towards the Port Arthur area. We have got a significant tornado right now on the ground doing damage, and unfortunately, it's heading directly for the Port Arthur area. What we're hoping for is that it stays just south of the Port Arthur area, as there is less population down there. But unfortunately, if this thing decides to make a more northern turn, it's not going to be good. If anyone that's watching this, if y'all are in Port Arthur, West Port Arthur, anywhere in this general vicinity around Sabine Lake, y'all need to be taking shelter immediately. Like I mean, a bathroom, something. I mean, y'all. Like I said, this is not what people need to understand. This is not a normal tornado warning. This is a very dangerous situation. All right, we got that tweet out. Make sure we can let as many people know as possible. Oh man. Yeah, this thing's definitely still on the ground. 100%. I don't care what you say. This is 100% on the ground. Looks like it's just moved through Shallow Prong Lake, Texas. That's where our 20 is going to be. Heading directly due east. Oh man. I was really hoping this was going to go just to the south of Port Arthur, but it definitely looks like it's trying to drift a little bit more north now, just a little bit. Like I said, if you're in Port Arthur, safest place is obviously going to be underground. Um, this is not a normal tornado warning. This is a particularly dangerous situation. This is the type of tornado that I mean you're not going to be able to survive if you're not in a secure location. And this is not to scare anybody, but this is one of those tornadoes that we call killer tornadoes. This is not one you're going to be able to survive if you are not taking shelter, especially underground. This is going to be our debris ball right here, just to the southwest of Port Arthur. We've got downtown Port Arthur right here. Pretty decent population. You've got Lakeview as well. But like I said, clear CCC drop right here, indicating that debris is being lofted up in the air as of right now as we speak. Time now is currently 3:47 p.m. Central Time. This is going to be making its way into the Port Arthur area here in just a few. If anyone is currently watching this, if you know anybody in the Port Arthur area, Lakeview area, anywhere around this Sabine Lake area, please get in contact with them because y'all have got to be in a safe place. This is not the type of storm that you are going to be able to survive in a mobile home. If this thing directly hits you and you are in a mobile home, your chances of survival are very, very slim. So please, yeah, y'all need to take this serious. This is serious. And I know we're not really touching too much on any of the other storms in Louisiana right now because this is one of the main ones right now, unfortunately. And it's pretty dang close to some populated areas here. Tornado is now moving in to the West Port Arthur area. Looks like it's gonna go. Looks like the tornado is currently about a mile and a half just south of West Port Arthur, getting ready to cross 87 and 82. I suspect that once this gets into a more little populated area, unfortunately over here, this debris ball is going to become bigger. It's going to deepen, and we are going to be witnessing lots of debris being lofted up in the air here in a minute. Oh man. All right. Looks like our tornado is going to be crossing 87 right now as we speak, just to the south of West Port Arthur. Looks like it. Fortunately, it is missing a lot of the populated areas. Looks like it's going to miss downtown Port Arthur. Thankfully. If anyone is now joining, we are doing live tornado coverage right now, tracking unfortunately, a particularly dangerous situation here in the Texas area. We've got an ongoing, very large, destructive tornado. It's now crossing 87, about to cross 82 just south of West Port Arthur. This is currently on the ground. This is a very strong, violent tornado. Like I said, as we mentioned before, this is not something that you're going to be able to survive if you're in a mobile home. Like, all right. Um, this tornado is going to be moving directly over 82 right now and is about to cross into the Sabine River and then Sabine Lake. So this will be crossing over into Louisiana here shortly. It's right actually along the border. All right. Looks like it just crossed 82. It is currently just to the east now of 82. Let's go and see here. Yep. Wow. Wow. So it looks like downtown Port Arthur, fortunately, just missed the tornado. This is gonna be our tornado right here, downtown Port Arthur right here. So um, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Um, at least a very populated area just got spared. This is now going to be moving into the Sabine Lake as a fishnado. This will be a fishnado, and it's going to come out the other side of Sabine Lake if it's still on the ground. I see this thing stopping anytime soon? No. This is probably going to be one of our strongest long track tornadoes of the night. At least I hope this is. At least I hope this is the one, and we don't have any more of these. It's fortunate right now. The area that it's been going through is not a very populated area besides Port Arthur, but Port Arthur did just dodge a bullet, literally. This is the next areas. Really, there's no more populated areas that it's going to be moving into anytime soon. Once this comes out the east side of Sabine Lake, you don't have much really until you get to the I-10 area near Vinton, Sulphur, and then obviously Lake Charles way down here. So if it does end up staying on the ground for, I mean, shoot, I don't know. That's about, yeah, that's a good almost 100 miles pretty much. All right, it looks like yep. So it looks like the tornado is officially in the water. It's officially in the water. So debris is kind of dying down a little bit. We're probably going to see this correlation drop just a tad, just because there's not much debris in the water out here for it to pick up, besides some fish. We'll probably see flying fish around here. So until this gets into more populated area, gets back on land, we can kind of pan out our view now and go check out some of these other tornado warnings that aren't going. Back over here in the Louisiana, Mississippi area. Oh, wow. Looks like this one just to the east of Slaughter. What is Slaughter, Mississippi? Oh, wait. Yeah, Slaughter, Louisiana. Looks like it is radar indicated. And so we see. Yeah, not very strong rotation on this one, actually. Little bit of slight rotation. This is going to be moving in the general direction. Not really too much out here, honestly. We've got a couple little towns out here. Coleman Town, Chipotle Town. Um, not too many big cities out here, so that is a good thing. We've got another tornado warning just to the north of that. This one, yeah. So this one now is going to be heading in. This one's considerable as well, actually. Yeah, this one's going to be moving directly into Hazelhurst. Hopefully I said that right. Let's see. It's interesting. I wonder if it's just because we're far away from the radar. It does say it's considerable, and it has been observed, and it's been on the ground for quite some time. So I wonder if it's how far we are from the radar. Yeah, because I'm really not seeing a CC drop on this. Let's see if we can look at it from a different radar here. That's a little bit better. Let's see here. Yeah, really nothing as of right now based on radar, obviously. There's really nothing that's like screaming tornado on the ground at this moment with this one. But obviously, if y'all are in Hazelhurst, Mississippi, definitely take shelter. Don't try to wait and see if it's on the ground. We've got our other tornado warning. Still ongoing down here. This one's going to be moving into Woodworth and then a severe thunderstorm warning. Considerable tornado possible label. Winds 70 miles an hour on it. Moving into Alexandria. And that is going to be for Louisiana. I always got to check and make sure I'm saying the right state with the right name. Because I've been wrong a couple times. Got a little hook down here. Let's go to... Okay. Not much rotation at the moment, actually. And it's only radar indicated, so no one's physically seen a tornado, and don't see any CCC drop. Now, a lot of these along this line is probably going to be part of a QLCS tornado, where they're going to be embedded into the line. But anything out of front of these all have the potential to become major. Very, very major. And later on tonight, all of this will eventually migrate over into the Alabama area. Looks like our Port Arthur tornado is still on the ground, or on the water, as we should say now. It is almost currently in the middle of the Sabine Lake. Um, yeah, not much of a CC drop anymore because, like I said, it's going over water. So even if there's a little bit, but that's probably like leftover debris falling from the sky or fish. So it's probably gonna fish. Like I said, you're not gonna see this thing coming. I mean, the actual tornado is like in the rain right here, so it's like completely rain wrapped. So I mean, even if you're out here, which this is just marsh, like I said, there's not a lot of people out here, um, not a lot of populated areas, so that's a good thing. But this is, I mean, a lot of these tornadoes like this is like the most dangerous type of tornado, just because you've got a rain wrap tornado one. Already can't see it. Um, it's a particularly dangerous tornado, very strong tornado out that, and I mean it's about to be nighttime here soon. So if this thing continues to stay on the ground, and it continues to stay on the ground and head towards I-10 area, way up here, Lake Arthur, if it ever reaches all that. I mean that's not good, not good at all. Yep, that's gonna be our tornado right in here, crossing right over this Sabine Lake. Yeah, not much going on right now as far as tornadoes. We've got a whole bunch of tornado warnings, but our main one right now is going to be the one that's crossing the Sabine Lake currently. So that is a somewhat of a good thing right now. Somewhat of a good thing. And I do apologize. Allergies is absolutely crazy today, guys. Okay, there we go. Looks like the rotation may be weakening just a little bit with our Port Arthur storm. Um, like I said, regardless, there's not much over here to the east of Sabine Lake. It's really marsh area over here. Let's go back here and check in our tornado warnings. This one's starting to look a little bit interesting over here. The one that is just going to be moving east of Clinton near Chipola and Colemantown. This one only is still radar indicated, but I'd definitely keep my eye on this. Like I said, very broad rotation right now. This is going to be crossing uh, 10, just to the east of Clinton and just to the west of Colemantown. Looks like expanded the 20 to 20. Yeah, observed considerable. Okay. So they did continue to keep it expanded. Let's see if we still have a ACC drop here. Not too much. Okay. Waiting for a new velocity scan to come in. For some reason, it's really delayed. Okay, there we go. Do we have one on high res? Oh, it's the high res that's delayed. Okay. Yeah, it looks like potentially still an ongoing tornado. Looks a little bit weaker than previously, but this is going to be moving back onto land here in about 60 seconds to 120 seconds. And like I said, from here, really there's not a lot. It's really moving a lot due east. So I mean, if this thing keeps tracking, it might make it to the just north of Cameron. Just north of Cameron. As of right now, we have a total of one, two, three, four tornado warnings total as of right now. With the one near Port Arthur that's crossing the border into Louisiana being the main concern right now. This one is, like I said, this one is really trying to become something here. It's been looking interesting for a while, but the rotation's been very broad. This is going to be just east of Clinton, moving towards the town of Chipola and Coleman Town. Let's take a look at the velocity. I don't know what's going on with super velocity. It's like really delayed. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's very broad rotation. I don't see nothing major right now. It's nothing major. Obviously, if you're still in the path of this tornado warning, definitely take shelter. Don't try to obviously go outside and like look at it because it's like almost there, especially if you're in Coleman Town. It's like less than a couple miles away. We also have our let's see here, our other tornado warning as well. This one is currently moving into the town of Hazelhurst, Shady Grove. If you're in this area, take shelter immediately. This is a well, now radar indicated. It was a particularly dangerous situation, but now it is only radar indicated. Looks like some broad rotation just went over the town right here of Martinsville, and this is going to be moving, like I said, in the general direction of Hazelhurst, Shady Grove. It looks like the rotation is more so moving towards the Shady Grove area. Looks like it might go just to the east of downtown Hazelhurst. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's going to be moving in that general vicinity. So regardless, like I said, if you're in this area, definitely take shelter. The next towns north of this tornado warning that are going to be affected by it, if it is on the ground and stays on the ground, is going to be Crystal Springs, Terry, if it makes it all the way up there. Like I said, these storm motions are moving about north northeast at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. And like I said, that's pretty much the coverage we got right now. I continue monitoring this one down here as well. Like I said, continue to have broad rotation, but the rotation is a little bit thrown off from the actual center of circulation, so I'd continue to watch that one. This one over here that is just south of Lake Providence's, this one is still radar indicated. It really doesn't look too impressive. If we can find a closer radar feed to it, I think that's gonna be our best bet. Yeah, it's really messy. I don't see anything that is drawing concern as of right now. We've got actually a couple pockets of rotation, just a little bit, very broad, but there is really no CC drop really, where the rotation would be prevalent at the time. Let's go ahead and go back to our Port Arthur tornado warning and see how that one's doing. This one's going to be mainly part of a QL/CS tornado, quasi-linear convective system. Let's go ahead and see what our Port Arthur one's doing down here. Like I said, completely rain wrapped. It still has the observed considerable damage threat noted on this tornado warning, which would still indicate it as a PDS tornado, particularly dangerous situation. The good thing about this one right now, even though this is pretty much one of our strongest tornadoes that we've had of the day, and that is currently most likely still ongoing, is that the area that it is moving into now, I do apologize. We've got dogs. Um, The area that it is moving to now is a very marsh area. The population is not that great over here, really, until you get to like the I-10 corridor. Um, I mean, even if it like traveled east throughout all this, there's really not much as long as it stays south of the I-10 corridor. But yeah, it looks like it just got out of Sabine Lake, so it was a fishnado. Now it is officially a normal tornado. Now it just moved on shore. You can see the velocity coupler right here, and we should start seeing a CC drop here again. Let's go to correlation coefficient here. Yeah, so like I said, it going over water, there's not much debris besides fish. It's going to be able to loft into the air, so we're not really going to see a defined debris ball, but we can start to see something now pop back up on here. Like I said, not much debris out here. Okay, there we go. New radar scan just came in. There it is. All right. Yep, that's going to be our tornado right there. There's really no county roads or anything out here that I can be notate to kind of give you an idea where it is. Like I said, it just came off the east side of Sabine Lake, just to the north of 82. And this, yes, this is going to be our tornado right there. There's the debris ball. It is still on the ground doing damage. Um, I mean, it's just quite impressive, especially for this area. I mean, this thing's been on the ground since all the way over here, since like 124 near Stowell, Weenie. I mean, it's it's been on the ground for 50 miles. It's definitely impressive. Definitely impressive. Wow. Maybe 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. We're gonna put another tweet out about it. Just bear with me. Now that it's crossed the river, like I said, not too much going on right now. Looks like it might be trying to shift a little bit north or recycle here. Like I said, it's still on the ground. It is in Louisiana now. Let's see here. All right. Let's go ahead and put a tweet out about this, and then we're gonna go check back up on the ones in the Louisiana area. Let's see here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. Man, just I mean it doesn't get any more definant than this. I mean, just an absolute classic PDS rain wrap tornado. That's awful. That's absolutely awful. Okay. We're gonna get a couple snapshots of this real quick. Get another tweet out here, and then we'll be back here in a minute. Okay. Let's get these two tweets out here. Still ongoing. Okay. Got that tweet out here. It looks like there has been another confirmed tornado. It looks like one of the other chasers was actually able to get on it. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and check back up on one of those that tornado warning that I was watching earlier. Let's see. We'll leave this one alone for now until it gets in a more populated area. Um, where is? Yeah, definitely still on the ground. So most of everything is in the Louisiana area right now, and the Mississippi area. We are down to one, two, three, four, five. Five tornado warnings as of right now. Let's go ahead and check back up on our one that is now going through Chipola. This is still radar indicated. And do we have the latest scan? Yeah. Rotation is still very broad. Y'all can see that rotation right around this area right here. Um, like I said, definitely do not let your guard down if you're in the path of this. Um, like I said, don't try to go outside and like look at it. If you're in the path of this, take shelter because, like I said, with the environment we have today and going in through to tonight is just it's so subdusive for tornado development. It can go from pretty much just a little tiny rain shower to a full blown tornado um, within minutes, and that's what we witnessed with the Port Arthur storm that was in Texas here a little bit ago, east of the Houston area, which is now um, in Louisiana and is continuing to cause havoc and damage here. So, not a good situation. Not good at all. Like I said, we've got a lot of chasers out here that are chasing. Unfortunately, due to licensing rights, I cannot show y'all their feed, but definitely check them out. We've got Corey, Vince out here. Fantastic. Definitely fantastic chasers. Yeah, it looks like this one is now moving through Shady Grove. It is still radar indicated. I don't think this one is going to look any more impressive than it did earlier. You've got a little bit of hook down here, actually. Just a little bit. What? This radar feed is old. They really need to update this radar feed. Honestly, I'd probably say out of all the tornado warnings right now, out of all of them, if there was a storm right now to become the next like big time tornado maker, I'm gonna say it's gonna be this one right down here near Hazelhurst. This is gonna be moving up to Crystal Springs, and unfortunately, I hope it doesn't drop a major tornado. I hope this little hooked thing on the bottom. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we got a new update. Technology when you really need it. Um, okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, still very broad rotation. Nothing major. Do we have a CCC drop? No, we do not. Okay, so yeah, nothing's as of right now. It seems nothing's on the ground. This tornado warning expires in 19 minutes. It's going to continue to travel to the northeast at about 20 miles an hour, give or take 20, 30 miles an hour. And this is going to be moved in the direction of some very populated areas from Florence to Richland, Jackson, Mississippi. These are big time cities. We're talking cities that are the size of Dallas, Houston, Austin. So yeah, let's just let's hope this thing doesn't drop a major tornado. Let's hope it doesn't. Um, there is webcams in a lot of these areas that it's moving into. So if we do get a tornado on the ground, we will be able to utilize some of these live webcams and potentially see it live here. So, but like I said, let's hope it just continues to look interesting, and that's all it does. That's all we can hope for. Still lots of ongoing convection. Like I said, this is gonna be a long night. This is gonna be going through the whole entire night, and there's gonna be more than one round. So you're gonna have round after round after round. You're gonna get 3 shots. So I mean, unfortunately, if you're in any of these towns over here, Kentwood, I mean, just anywhere, Tylertown, Mississippi, Louisiana, and you get hit by a tornado, just know you've unfortunately got another chance. And it looks like, whoop, we had a flash here. What was that? What is that? I don't know. Radar Omega's acting weird. I think it's just because the mass volume of traffic and how many people are using their software and platform right now, and like everything that's going on with weather. I think it's really just like giving these radars. There we go. Okay, so that tornado warning has been extended now for the next 47 minutes, and this is going to be moving into. Let me make sure we're in the right state. Okay, so this is going to be crossing over into Mississippi. Right now, it is currently in Louisiana. It's crossing over Mississippi. So all tornadoes are crossing borders right now. We've had a Port Arthur one that was in Texas, just crossed over to Louisiana, and now we have this one that's going to be coming out of Louisiana into Mississippi. This is going to be going just to the east of Liberty. This is going to be moving in the general direction of Kirksville, Summit. Um, if you're in any of these towns, any of these areas right now, you need to take shelter. Like I said, we've got a storm chaser out here right now, Corey. I cannot show his feed due to licensing, so if you want to go check him out, definitely check him out. Um, like I said, this is still radar indicated, and obviously there's chasers out here. So if this is on the ground and we can't tell by radar, they'll end up calling it in, and well, that'll verify. But there's no CC drop. There is no defiant rotation at the moment here. Let's see here. And for anyone that is now joining, for anyone that's on the live, welcome. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon for future notifications of videos. And if you like the video, like it. Please do share, because we are covering a ongoing live tornado outbreak right now in the states of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. We've already had multiple large, long track tornadoes do significant damage, especially in Texas. It's been interesting because honestly, Texas has had the most tornadoes, I think, today than any other state. So, let's go ahead down here and check back on our tornado warning storm that has been on the ground for over an hour now. This tornado started back here near Galveston Bay. It crossed just over 87 and 82 just to the south of Port Arthur. Luckily, just missing Port Arthur, because y'all can see lots of towns, lots of businesses here. These are all houses. And this tornado is at least half a mile wide, a quarter mile wide. And like I said, this is a very dangerous situation because, like I said, not only is it a very strong tornado, but it's rain wrapped, and we're 4:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's about to start getting dark. So I mean, it's not good. It still is observed. It still is considerable. We can kind of read some of the briefing from the National Weather Service in Lake Charles. As of 4:23 p.m. Central Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 7 miles west of the Sabine National Wildlife, moving east at 30 miles an hour. That was obviously earlier. Now it is officially to the east of the Sabine River, not west now. Just to make that clear. Um, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Um, Source: radar confirmed tornado, damaging tornado. Obviously, we don't need someone out there to actually see this because you're not going to see it. And if you do see it, that's probably going to be the last time you see it. Um, you're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter, mobile home. Standard tornado protocols. But like I said, to repeat, this is a large and extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. All right, like I said, this is not a normal tornado. I don't want anyone to think that, like I'm over here, I'm going to go outside and see this tornado, because you're not going to see it. And if you're in a mobile home, you're not going to survive it. You will not survive a tornado like this. You won't. I don't care how many tornadoes you've been through, where you've lived your whole life. I promise you. Unless you were underground or in a very, very sturdy structure, your chances of survival with this is very slim. Very slim. Good news is, latest correlation coefficient. We don't have a CC drop anymore right now. I don't see any confinement. That could be due to the lack of debris that is lofting up in the air. There's really not much out here. There's a lot of water, marshland out here. So, based on velocity, there's our velocity couplet right there. Tornado is probably still going on the ground. A little bit weaker than it was earlier. Just a little bit weaker. But like I said, this is going to continue moving east at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So it's probably going to be, if it stays on the ground, it's probably going to be the 27 corridor in about 30 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes. Unfortunately, this, I would have hoped it would have lifted by now. And if it doesn't lift by the time it gets here, then we really need to start considering the fact that this thing's going to start moving into a lot more populated areas down the road, unfortunately. Back over near Houston, we got a line of severe thunderstorms down here just north of Beaumont. Considerable. It is warned for almost 1 inch in diameter, hell 0.88. Wind 70 miles an hour. Damage there considerable. So if y'all got cars out there, definitely try to protect them as much as you can. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. This one's starting to look funny. I don't like that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Still very broad rotation, but I don't like the look of it. I don't like the look of it. It's moving into very popular areas. Summit. Mm, yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on that. This unfortunately may be our next big one. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong that and this becomes nothing. But I said it before. This is one we're gonna continue to watch down the road, and it's this storm is looking a little bit suspicious. It looks like it's clearing out all this convection, starting to get a clear slot in here. It's starting to be able to breathe better. So, like I said, if you're in Mississippi, any of these towns over here, Kirkville, anywhere over here, yeah, you need to be taking shelter immediately. Like I said, it's starting to have that look. It's got that classic hook anchor right here. Rotation's still very broad, but like I said, it's starting to clear out. It's starting to get a clear slot. This is just to the west of Kentwood, Mississippi. We're gonna keep an eye on that for sure. Definitely keeping an eye on that because it looks suspicious. Our tornado warned storm that went through Hazelhurst has now expired. This is going to be just southeast of Crystal Springs. It still has somewhat of a hook on it, but it's no longer warned. So this is something that we'll continue to monitor. But as of right now, not really any rotation, nothing to write home about. Lots of little undercells. I mean, really any of these cells. Sorry. Ooh, any of these cells tonight is going to have the potential to not only produce tornadoes, but strong, violent tornadoes. The atmosphere is ripe. The conditions are very, very, unfortunately, ripe. I mean, that's the only way you can really put it. The ingredients are there. We've got enough, got a lot of CAPE, convective available potential energy out here. Dew points, moisture. I mean, you name it, thermodynamics, everything that you need for severe weather is set up over here in the Dixie Alley area. If you're now just joining, we are doing live coverage of this ongoing tornado outbreak. If you are new here, smash the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications for future videos and live storm chases as well. We do live storm chase for coverage. Unfortunately, I was not able to make it out to this one, but we will be storm chasing more in the future. Let's see. And I do suspect things to become a little bit more active, unfortunately, as that low level jet ramps up. Because usually around sunset, it has something to do with the friction in the earth and the atmosphere. That low level jet really starts ramping up, and you've got those southerly and westerly winds, and it really just helps produce spin in the atmosphere. And unfortunately, I think that's what we're starting to see. Let's go back over here. Let's go check on our. Ooh, man. Every time I click on this radar site, I'm hoping that I see something different. And wow. I mean, you don't even need velocity to see this. I mean, this is just pure reflectivity. I mean, look at this swirl right here. Look at this. I mean, oh man, I don't even want to look at reflectivity at this point. Oh man. Yeah. Definitely on the ground. Like I said, there's really nobody that lives out here. There's not a lot of houses. This is all marshland, thankfully. Because if this thing was going through a town like Lake Charles or Houston, I mean, the damage would be detrimental. Let's see. Yeah. So we're not, like I said, we're not going to see a CC drop here really because this, like I said, it's really going over the water right now. This is marshland out here, so there's really not a lot of debris. But I do suspect that once this thing gets into this area, it's going to start getting into populated areas of Hackberry, Grand Lake. Um, let's hope this thing misses the radar site because that would be bad. I mean, it would absolutely take out the radar site. As of right now, it looks like it's going to go just south of the radar site, but let's hope that it stays that way. Because if it takes out this radar site, then we're really not going to have any visual of this storm. Because the next closest radar site is way over here. So, man, that's just this is impressive. I mean, this is absolutely impressive. Wow. All right. We're gonna do another tweet real quick. Get the tweet out. See if we can get this out to more people because this thing is heading in the direction of Hackberry, and I believe there's houses over here, people that live over here. So we're gonna try to get this out to as many people as possible. All right. Bear with me, guys. We're doing a live tweet right now. Live tweet. All right. Not good. Not good. Not good. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and draw. Speed 30 miles an hour. Actually, it looks like it's moving. Okay, yeah, no, it's moving more east. It's moving more east. Let's go ahead and we'll just draw a line out this way. So it should be around this area. Yeah, and around the Huckleberry area in about 25 minutes. Total population 1,384. Let's go ahead and see if we can. There we go. All right. Oh man, this is not good. No, not good, not good. All right. All right, we got that post out. Wow. Sorry guys. Seeing some of this video footage coming in from the damage. I'll be uploading some of that later. All right. Um, let's get rid of this real quick. Yeah, tornado. This tornado is still currently on the ground. I mean, look at this. This whole thing's rotating. I mean, that just shows the sheer power. I mean, you can see the actual rotation, but you can see it's like twisting around. Oh man. Yeah, if you're in Hackberry, uh, Grand Lake, y'all need to be taking shelter immediately. Um, Definitely not in a mobile home. This is not the type of tornado that you're going to be able to survive in a mobile home. We will come back to that briefly. We're going to go check back on our other storms up here. Still radar indicated. This one's going to be moving towards the Cookville area. I think the most populated cities around here are Summit and Macomb, Mississippi. Um, Still very broad rotation though. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Good news is we're down to 4 tornado warnings. That's all we got right now. We are down to 4 tornado warnings. Got a whole line of severe thunderstorm warnings back here. We've got some flash flood warnings as well back in Texas near the Woodlands and Jasper. Yeah, I mean, so not too much else is going on right now. Um, let's This one looks interesting. No, nothing too crazy with this one. Okay. Yeah, there's Rolling Fork. Rolling Fork, okay. That was the town where we intercepted one of my first storm chasing videos that I uploaded to the channel, which was in Rolling Fork, and unfortunately, y'all have a tornado warning heading towards y'all. Good thing is it's just radar indicated. I don't see much rotation at all, so that's a good thing. This tornado warning that was up here near Crystal Springs, like I said, expired. It's really looking awful now at this point. Um, Thankfully, none of these other storms are really doing anything. Yeah, they don't look impressive at all, so that's good. Back to our one that's been continuing to define all odds, our Port Arthur tornado, which is now in Louisiana. Let's go ahead and read velocity. Okay, well that's good. That is good. It looks like the rotation is beginning to broad out. I actually no longer. It looks like it may have just died out. It's either just completely died out almost, or it's going to recycle. Let's hope not. Let's hope that this is the end of its life. But unfortunately, it could be trying to recycle. I don't see any defined rotation anymore. So let's hope that trend continues. Yeah, I think the atmosphere over here, for some reason, it's getting into a little bit different environment. It looks like it might get choked off out here. Hmm. Yeah, and we'll continue watching all these cells as well that move inland toward the I-10 area. Any of these cells that can get going and spin up. Let's go ahead and see if let's go ahead and check radar scope real quick here. Yeah. Even on radar scope, I'm not seeing any. Mm-mm. Rotation has definitely died down a lot. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Sorry, bear with me, guys. We checking our tweets here. Gonna put out a couple more posts here real quick, and then we'll continue to monitor what hopefully is our dying tornado. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right. If y'all are now just joining, we are doing live tornado coverage right now in the Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama area. Right now, we are monitoring a couple different areas. We still have our tornado warning down here. That was a significant large tornado that went through the Port Arthur area, really formed all the way back down here near Weenie, Texas. And okay, so that tornado warning was allowed to downgrade. It is now only radar indicated tornado warning. It is no longer PDS, and it looks like, let's see here. Yeah, not much rotation at all. We're going to continue to monitor this, though, obviously, because, I mean, this does has the real potential to ramp back up. I mean, it could recycle. It could recycle. Let's hope not. Let's hope that it stays on the path that it's going. We got a couple beans down here. A couple beans moving off of the Gulf of Mexico. And this one, little curvature down here, looks a little bit interesting. A little bit interesting. No rotation at all, though. No rotation. Like I said, if you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Helps out the channel a lot. And we also will be doing future storm chasing, live storm chases in the plains from Oklahoma, Kansas, and beyond this season coming up. We still got our tornado warning down here just to the east of Liberty, Mississippi. Still doesn't look all too impressive. Yeah, very broad rotation, very broad. Not impressive at all. Yeah, so not too much going on right now. There's really no more confirmed tornadoes on the ground as of right now. While we have this lull in the severe weather and why there's not too much going on at the moment, we're going to go ahead and take a little break here. I will be back soon when things start ramping back up again because, like I said, not too much going on right now. I'm going to continue to leave this feed up here. Leave the radar feed up here so y'all can continue to watch it if y'all choose to. And we will be back with some more updates here in a little bit. All right, yeah. There we go. Okay.
good if that was a vehicle up there.
Testing, testing. One, two, three. Alrighty, folks. We are back. Let's make sure everything's working properly here. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Alrighty, folks. We are back. Perfect, perfect. All right. We are back at it now. A little bit has changed since we've been gone. Obviously, our tornado warning down here, which was let to expire briefly after it got past 27, has now redeveloped. So unfortunately, I was right when we were talking about it potentially recycling and redeveloping into another tornado, and that's exactly what it has done. It is observed now, considerable. This is just absolutely crazy, guys, because this thing has been traveling all the way from Galveston Bay to now halfway through Louisiana almost. That's just that's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. Hundreds and hundreds of miles. But definitely impressive look on it now. Let's see if we can zoom in here. You can actually see a little hook now. It's more part of a QLCS type tornado now, obviously. Earlier it was rain wrapped, but you actually might be able to see it now, which I do not recommend going out and trying to look at it. Let's see. Velocity is it's really kind of hard to tell, but I guarantee you, folks, it's on the ground. Let's see fire correlation. Yeah, that's definitely impressive. Definitely impressive. This is moving east at about 30 miles an hour. And unfortunately, it is going to start to enter some very populated areas for the past 40 miles of its lifespan. It's really been just marsh and things like that. So let's hope it can get choked off here and try to die out before it gets to areas over here. Because it wouldn't be good. It looks like it's going to be going just south of Lake Arthur. Let's see. Let's go up here. Got a couple other tornado warnings up here now. Lots of individual discrete cells being pulled in from the Gulf of Mexico near Baton Rouge. Got one heading to Jackson, Mississippi, Millville, Mississippi as well. Both red are indicated. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Now, the one that's really caught my attention, besides this one down here, which we talked about earlier, if anyone was on the live earlier, this one, which was coming through the Macomb area of Mississippi, Summit, Mississippi. This one's been a tornado warning for a while, and it's been radar indicated, and it's still radar indicated as of right now, but it's beginning to look more impressive. Like every single scan, the further north it travels, I mean, it's really been trying. It really has. It really started all the way down here, and this is like one of those main discrete cells out ahead of the front of this line. So any discrete cells that we get out ahead of this line, it's going to be more so the more stronger tornado long track tornado producers. Besides this one down here, which is the outlier out of all of them. Let's see here. But yeah, this one's going to be moving into the vicinity of Georgetown, Mississippi here soon. And it's going to be making its way up towards Jackson, Mississippi, most likely east of downtown Jackson, near Florence, Brandon. So like I said, I've been hoping this one would have died out already, and that you know we wouldn't see anything come out of this because it is heading to some very populated areas, to say the least. Yeah, there's our rotation. We got some storm chasers pretty much all over this storm. Got Vince out here. I'm sitting on 84. Um, yeah, it's gonna be going right over 84 here shortly. Got a couple pretty strong storms offshore as well. About to move inland along the Alabama and Mississippi state border here. I don't think not too much rotation with these. Maybe a little bit of a broad rotation down here on the southwestern side of the storm. But like I said, these are going to be our two main storms that we're watching right now. This one up in Mississippi here, just to the east of Bookhaven, pretty much about to cross 84 near Fair Oak Springs, Louisiana. Like I said, this has continued to show signs of strengthening. We've got our little rotation couplet right here, just the town of East Leakin. Terrible circle. Um, let's go ahead and go down to our long track supercell storm that continues to define all odds. This one has been going since Galveston Bay, then Port Arthur, and it's now halfway across Louisiana. So this supercell is relentless, absolutely relentless. Yeah, you can see a little hook right there. I don't think we have a CCC drop at the moment. Let's see. Uh, Actually, a little bit of a CCG drop. So it is most likely picking up debris aloft in the air. It's gonna be heading to the town here shortly of Lowry, Louisiana. I'm gonna be going just south of Lake Arthur, and soon we'll be heading towards this town right here, Gaiden. I'm not even gonna try. I'll probably butcher the town name, but that town right there is where it's heading to next. Let's see here. Man. And if y'all are new here, definitely smash that subscribe button, like button as well. Turn on bell notifications so you do get notified when we launch future videos. Look at that. Absolutely ripper. Wow. Jeez. Looks like it might be getting choked off a little bit here. We can only hope. We can only hope it gets choked off before it starts impacting these towns over here. So I'm pretty sure these are small towns, but still. I mean, look, you got houses, little subdivisions out here. You know, people's lives are definitely at risk, regardless of how big or small the town is. Every life matters. All right. Let's go down to our back to our tornado warning that all the chases are currently on right here. And wow, yeah, there's that hook just to the west of East Lincoln, Mississippi. Um, yeah, there's that couplet. There's the rotation right there. Still radar indicated. We haven't seen any observation feed yet from any chasers down here, but it's definitely ramped up. Definitely ramped up. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Yeah. So these are going to be our two main storms. It's crazy because like out of all the storms so far today and through the early night now, it's been it's just been these two storms right here competing, right? I mean, which obviously this one has been winning the long run. It's been traveling from Galveston Bay, and it's now like, I mean, not that far from Lafayette, to be quite frank. So, and this one continues to just look more impressive every radar scan. Continues to look impressive. Let's see here. Let's go back to reflectivity. Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, there's got to be a tornado on the ground right there. There's no way. I don't see a defining correlation drop, but that's I don't know. It looks a little bit interesting to me. Looks a little bit interesting. Let's see here. Observed. Well, we got two observed now. All right, guys. So this storm is now observed. So, yep, we officially have an observed tornado warning. If you are in the Woolworth area, take shelter immediately. If you are in Georgetown, Mendenhall, Mississippi. Hopefully, I said that right. Y'all need to start taking shelter. Getting ready to take shelter. This thing is going to be moving at y'all. It's moving northeast at about 30 miles an hour. It's going to be to y'all in about 30 minutes. Um, wow, this thing's starting to look impressive on radar. Um, we, yep, we officially have a CC drop. Um, oh yeah. All right, folks. Hang tight real quick. We are gonna go ahead and what radar feed are we using? Okay, we're using the Jackson. Okay, that's why we couldn't see it. There we go. Now it's a little better. That's a little better. Y'all can see that hook right there. Yep, there's that hook right here. Velocity is a little bit behind, I think. Oh yeah. All right. This is gonna be moving. Yeah, if you're in a Woolworth, Noel, Songtag, these are like just small areas. Rockport, Louisiana. Y'all need to, or sorry, Mississippi. Y'all need to get into shelter immediately. This is definitely on the ground. Looks like if it is, it's going to be just north, just crossed over 84 now, just north of Fair River, Mississippi. Hang tight, guys. We're going to make a tweet about this really quickly. Bear with me, guys. Try to get this out to as many people as possible here. Oh man, yeah, classic Supercell, guys. Classic Supercell. Classic Supercell. All right, sit tight, guys. Wow, that couplet's insane. All right, let's get this tweet out here. Try to get out to as many people as possible. This is not good. Not good, not good, not good. All right. Looks like we successfully got that post out. So hopefully, anybody that's in the Georgetown area, Mendenhall, Mississippi. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. Should be getting ready to take shelter. Because, yeah, if this thing's down on the ground, then I don't know what is. Oh man, it's looking wild. I don't like the way this looks. It's definitely looking wild. This is unfortunately looking like one of those potential long track tornadoes of the night, guys, and unfortunately it is heading into some very populated areas. Oh boy, let's see here. All right, there you go. Yeah, this thing is definitely on the ground for sure. Looks like it's gonna be going through Noel, Mississippi right now. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that classic hook. Everybody's on this. All the storm chasers are on this. Everyone is sitting along Highway 84. Yep, this thing is looking crazy. Let's go back and check some of our other storms out. Can't forget about these down here coming off the Gulf into Mobile, Alabama. Don't look too crazy right now. Oh, there we go. So our tornado warning for our long track, consistent super Texas supercell that has now been in Louisiana for quite some time has now been let to expire yet again. um, will it redevelop? I don't know. Let's go ahead and check velocity here. Yeah, I think this might have been it. I think this might have been it for its lifespan. I mean, in all honesty, it looks like a windbag now. Tornado possible label, obviously, still on it. But I mean, it's. I mean, yeah, it got choked off. See that's what I was thinking was gonna happen. Like right when it got south of Lake Arthur, it was gonna get choked off. And that's exactly what happened to it. So that's good. That's good because it's just now starting to enter some more populated areas. Obviously, like if you're still in this, just treat it as a tornado warning still because this thing has been notorious for producing a very large destructive tornado since Galveston Bay. Um, so yeah, I mean, don't let your guard down. Obviously, we've got these two tornado warnings up here, which are both radar indicated. These are going to be in the Mississippi and Louisiana area, right along the border. This one's going to be coming into Jackson, Wakefield, Louisiana, and this one's going to be moving into Gloucester, Liberty, Mississippi, Woodville. Very broad rotation. So as of right now, 5:58 p.m. Central Time. Actually, let's go ahead and check these before we make that announcement. Um, okay, yeah, very broad rotation. These are going to be part of the main QL CS system. All right. Let's go back to our Brookhaven tornado, which obviously now has been confirmed. It is observed, and this is our strongest, nasty looking tornado right now. Going through Woolworth, Mississippi. You've got that classic hook echo right here. Um, Unfortunately, this ha- I mean, this has been known to be tornado warning for quite some time now. Way south of Macomb, way down here near Clinton. I mean, this thing's been traveling quite some distance, and it's just now starting to tap into its true destruction. Unfortunately, and it's moving into some pretty populated areas, very populated areas, towards Jackson, Mississippi, Florence, Brandon. If you're in these areas, you need to start monitoring this very closely. Obviously, it's going to be like a 1-2 punch. Whoever this ends up hitting, it's going to be a 1-2 punch. You're going to get this cell, and then you're going to get this big line. I mean, of wind, wall of wind, and potentially embedded tornadoes inside that as well. So Jackson, Mississippi, downtown area, y'all are going to get slammed with potentially hurricane force winds. You've got a tornado warning moving right into the Clinton area near Jackson, Mississippi, and you've also got another one down here which is on the ground. This could be one of those long track violent tornadoes if it decides to take on those type of characteristics here. Which I think at this point nothing's stopping it. The only thing that I can see happening is that this line catches up with it and just eats it alive. All right, that's the only thing I can see. So if it's gonna do something, it's gonna have to do it before this line engulfs it, because eventually this line will take it over. But it's not PDS. It's not PDS. It's just a regular tornado warning. But definitely not. It's definitely not good indicators. think the velocity is a little bit behind. Yeah, a little bit of a CC drop, just a tad. Nothing crazy out here. We're going to continue to monitor it. If this is your first time here, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Helps out the channel. We are almost to 700 subscribers. My goal, hopefully before the end of January in 2025, is to get to 1,000 subs. That is our goal, to get to 1,000 subs. Wow. Yeah, this one's looking interesting. Ooh. Yikes. Ooh, that does not look good. Excuse me, yo. Gotta take a drink here. Let's see. Yeah, this one's gonna have to really try. The further north it gets, I think it's gonna start outrunning its instability axis just a little bit. So that might be the saving grace for areas up here. Yeah, definitely still seems to be on the ground. Just to the west of Juana Villa, I believe it is. Juana Villa. Looks like all the chasers down here. Vince is going to be the closest one on it. Traveling north on 27. Yeah. So far, our most concerning tornado warning out of everything is going to be this one right here. That's it. There's really not too much other discrete cells out in front of this that look impressive, to be honest. I mean, this is good. This is obviously we had a worst case scenario with this long track cell down here, but it wasn't in very, very populated areas. So this is definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing. I would definitely keep my eye on this one. Um, that's moving in the general vicinity of Edwards, Mississippi, Raymond, Clifton, Mississippi. This is a one of those QLCS tornadoes embedded into the line, but it's starting to spin up, and it looks like it's definitely intensifying. It looks like the center of rotation is going to kind of be moving more towards Flowers, Edwards over here. But obviously, you're in this box. Take shelter. But this is going to be our area of circulation right there. And the line's moving this way, but some of these little circulating things are moving a little more like this. So I want to say that if it does produce a tornado, if there's not one already on the ground, it's going to be moving somewhere in this area right up here. Probably towards Flowers, maybe Edwards as the furthest south it can go. Yeah. Yeah. It's moving through Limber Lane and Lake Park as we speak right now. Yeah. Definitely going to pack a punch regardless. Let's go back down here and take a look at our tornado supercell down here that's heading towards the Georgetown, Mississippi vicinity. If this thing decided to stay on the ground and was able to hold together, it'd probably be moving up towards 20 up here near Brandon, just east of Brandon area. So yeah, as of right now, these are the two most cells I'm concerned about right now. Is this one being our first one and this one being secondary? Everything else is just kind of there at the moment. All right, looks like the tornado is going to be crossing over, yeah, right over 27 right now. It is back to radar indicated. As of right now, as we speak, I don't see anything to leave us believe that it is still on the ground. We've got maybe a little bit of tiny CC drop here next to where the rotation is, but nothing to really, nothing that really screams. Another thing that we're going to be talking about soon after all the severe weather is done is Arctic air. More of like an Arctic vortex that's going to be coming down, especially out of Canada. And I think this could be potentially one of the coldest seasons that we've had in quite some time. It might be it might be comparable to the one we had about 5 years ago, where we had that Arctic blast, all that snow in Texas, sub freezing temperatures all the way down to Galveston. I think it is a possibility, and we're starting to see some anomalies that show even daytime temperatures here in the Dallas area getting close to like 10 degrees, 15 degrees. So it's definitely going to be something that we're watching for after this. I believe it's going to be around the time frame of January the 6th through January the 14th, somewhere between that time frame. We are going to potentially experience one of the coldest Arctic blasts of not only the season but potentially over the last couple of years. So something we'll keep an eye on. Continue to monitor. Oh man, look at that. There's got to be something still on the ground there though. Let's see here. Yeah, guys. So most likely this thing is no longer on the ground. I don't believe it's on the ground now at this point. The tornado warning has been extended. It's only radar indicated. It's heading towards Mendenhall, Mississippi right now. But thankfully it's looking a little bit. Yeah, rotation's not really. There's not a tight couplet on it completely, so there's nothing that makes me believe that it's still on the ground right now. We got this our tornado warning up here moving into Edwards. This is going to be the radar indicated one, and definitely some still rotation here. Yeah, definitely some rotation. If you are in Edwards, Mississippi, you need to be taking shelter right now. This is going to be moving directly over downtown. Directly downtown of Edwards, Mississippi. Yeah, we got a couple areas of rotation right now. One down here in Edwards, another one up here just north of that near Oak Ridge. And oh, there we go again. Fantastic. You know, it never ceases to amaze me. Tornado warning reissued yet again for our now multi-state tornado warning. That started way back here in Galveston around like 3 o'clock or whatever, 4 o'clock, and is almost to Lafayette now. Like it's been let to expire three separate times, and now it's reissued again as it goes over this town right here, Guidon, Louisiana. I hope I said it right. It's definitely a smaller tornado warning than originally. Only radar indicated. No longer PDS. That's good though. That's good. We currently have five tornado warnings, which four of them being QLCS tornado warnings. So really only one individual discrete supercell, which is, like I said, now looking very, very unfavorable. That's pretty cool. I forgot we could do this with the Radar Omega. Put it in 3D mode. 3D. Trying to figure out we can oh, is this it? There we go. Kind of look at it from the side. Yeah, this is gonna be our tornado one right here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see a couple of the storm chasers down here, Vince and Connor Croft. But it's moving pretty fast. So it's gonna be hard to keep up with it. Wow, that's impressive. Look at that. This is why I love Radar Omega just because like you can analyze storms from so many different ways, and it's like it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wow. All right, enough from that. Well, let's go back to reflectivity here. I believe we, yes. Okay, so we got another tornado warning that just popped up now. This big giant one that's going to be moving into Hazelhurst, Crystal Springs area, Brookhaven, and this is really going to be part of like I said, another QLCS tornado warning. Um, like I said, we're going to continue to get spin ups along this line all night long. But I mean, aside from it being a strong, violent tornado, um, it is more unlikely with embedded cells like this. Obviously, this one's kind of defied all odds over the past couple hours, but that one has since diminished. Interesting little hook right here. Gonna have to watch that one over the next couple of minutes. Yeah, like I said, I think this one's gonna be let to expire whenever it does. Um, Obviously, it expires in like 55 minutes, so regardless, it's gonna keep on going. But yeah, it's. I definitely don't think this one's gonna be an issue anymore. It's really not looking impressive at all. And I said, hopefully this is it for the night. Hopefully this is it. Like, this is all we see. We just see like some big windbags embedded in like little spin ups, and that's it for the rest of the night. We don't see any more discrete cells because as of right now, I don't see like any just like major discrete cells way out ahead of the line by itself. Um, Maybe this area down here getting on land and trying to organize into one big supercell, possibly. Um, Maybe you get a split here, get one supercell here, one here, or one takes over and becomes the dominant supercell. That would be pushing into Mobile, Alabama. So this little area moving inland, I would pay attention to. The environment over here is definitely ripe, but it's a little bit less ripe than over here. So it's just going to be something that we continue to monitor. And eventually, any discrete cells that are out in front of this main line are going to be eaten up by this main line. And we're just going to be dealing with a QLCS tornado type issue, which is what we're starting to experience. We're more so transitioning into a quasi linear line right now at this point. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 QLCS tornado warnings, which all are radar indicated as of right now. And then our one that was on the ground briefly um, about moments ago. But yeah, right now it's just looking like a mess. It looks like an absolute mess down here, which is a good thing. Absolute mess. With that being said, we will be back later on tonight with another update, or if anything really interesting happens. I don't see anything really at the moment right now. I'll be doing more updates and posts on my X. So for now, that is pretty much going to conclude this live. I appreciate everyone stopping by and watching. Like I said, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like button as well if you liked it. Helps out the channel and the algorithm a lot. We will be doing more storm chasing lives as well coming up this April and May. Got big plans, so stay tuned for that. Love y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support and everything, and we'll see y'all in the next video.